Hello, beautiful people. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. It's very cold here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, but I'm inside. So anyway, what I'm doing today is a challenge, and this challenge is called "I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one." Courtesy of Scent and Mo and Trey and Nene. Okay. The last one that I saw do it was Scent and Mo. Excuse me. And they said that Trey and Nene were the couple that developed it. So, courtesy and thank you all. I'm going to tell you what I have here and the concept. Say my prayer, and we'll get into it. Okay. Let me say my prayer. Okay, now, the challenge is I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. And the concept is to have some chicken, be eating some chicken, and I'm thinking in my mind 2 people. But say you have 2 people, even though it's just me right now. But say you have 2 people. While one is eating, the other will say what their problem is. And then they'll say at the end, I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. So this may be a little longer video, because a challenge video. Because I'm going to tell you the 15 problems, okay, that I have. So I said my grace, and what I did is I got some lemon pepper wings, and I usually don't eat fried foods, but I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you why I have these other things here, so it kind of neutralize the fried food. So I got 5 lemon pepper wings here, and that's the challenge really. And what came with that is French fries, Cajun French fries. However, what I did was I just substituted it for their boiled eggs. I got this from the Cajun Seafood Restaurant. So I got some sweet peppers, I got some fresh limes, I got some radishes, and some fresh lemons. And that's just to kind of neutralize it because I am eating fried food, okay? And that's to my heart warriors out there, all right? So sometimes I'll squeeze a little citrus, on things that really shouldn't be in my diet. But also remember just moderation. So I'm gonna go ahead, excuse me, and I'm gonna start. I'm a flats girl. I don't know, what are you all? Y'all tell me what you are in the comments down below. If you're a flats girl or guy. Like I said, these are some lemon pepper wings. And I really need to do a thumbnail. And by the way, this February is Heart Health Month, so please support heart health by wearing red, okay? Support us in this. I don't want to sound dramatic by saying fight, but in living with, excuse me, in living with heart disease, support us by wearing red. It could be red socks, red bow, whatever, whatever you do. And speaking of heart health, as I said in my previous video, I will be wearing red or have the some color red on my set, or the color red on my set when I do videos for the month of February in support of Heart Health Month. Speaking of Heart Health Month again, before I get into my 15 problems, I would like to share a Black History fact. Okay, y'all, I'm trying not to smack. A Black History fact is there was a a black boy born in, what is it called? I had never heard of this. Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. He was the fifth of 7 children. Well, he grew up to be the first to perform open heart surgery successfully. A black man. His name was Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, and he performed this heart surgery in the 1800s, the late 1800s, like 1890 something. A black man, okay? Like I said, he was the fifth of 7 children. His father was a barber. And Dr. Daniel Hale Williams also he opened the first black hospital in America. First black hospital in America. And he performed the heart surgery around 1893. First successful heart surgery. Hats off to you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, now, let's get into this challenge. I already explained the challenge to you. You all excuse me, I'm a little raspy today because I've been outside and that wind and stuff, and it's like it was about to blow me over. Starting with my first one. Y'all ever have somebody that's blowing up your phone? I mean, they are blowing you up so much that they're calling you back to back to back, right? So when someone calls you back to back to back, you feel like you believe that that's an emergency, correct? Me too. Well, how about you pick up the phone to return the call. They just called you and they don't answer their phone. I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Y'all know that's happened to you, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you all know, if you haven't seen my channel, watched my channel before, the reason that I have a channel, I do this is because I hope to reach out to people who have heart disease because I have congestive heart failure and I have a defibrillator. I have a defibrillator, not a pacemaker. It's a difference. However, the second problem that I have is magnets, TSA security, TSA that doesn't understand to do pat down search. Excuse me. Courthouse security. Very loud, large speakers. Being near very large speakers. But most of all, magnets. And I'll tell you why. Let me tell you a little story about this one though. Why this is one of my 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Right after I first got my defibrillator in 2012, October 2012. Months after I had got my defibrillator was my first visit to the courthouse that I needed to go to the courthouse. Well, I have my book that tells, that tells me that agencies and like TSA and other security places that they know the procedure. They know what to do if you request a pat down search, vice vice going through the magnet, through the walkthrough of the security, or even the wand. Even the wand is okay, but it's a mental thing. Well, my first experience was months after I had the defibrillator inserted, and I had to go to the courthouse, and there was this young deputy, and as soon as I walked in there, I said, I would like to request a pat down search because I have a defibrillator. And this guy, it was so frustrating, it was so frustrating, and everything. There was a young young gentleman there, and after going, and then I requested to to speak to someone else, before I go to security and all that. After going through all of that process, and it was embarrassing because the courthouse was crowded. That was a radish. It was embarrassing because the courthouse was crowded. And so I finally got through there. And the gentleman, he was like, "Oh, sis, I saw you, and are you okay?" But just having to go through that, and now I go through with ease because I wrote a letter. I had to end up writing a letter to the sheriff at the time of my experience, about my experience and stuff, and was in his office. I spoke with him in his office about it. So apparently they, perhaps he educated his people. So I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Magnets. This is pretty good. And I put the squeeze the lemon on there, like I said, to kind of neutralize it, because it is salt. Heart Warriors. And I gotta tell y'all something else. Another problem I got. Why does it take YouTube videos so long to upload? What's going on with that? Man, I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Lemon pepper wings with the drizzle of lemon on top. That's what's up, y'all. Now, I love the Cajun seafood restaurant, and you all know that I usually get my seafood, my steamed seafood platters from there, plates from there. I really enjoy that. And they usually have, it's, real garlicky, which I love. But y'all, let me ask you this. And you don't have to say no names. You don't have to look at nobody, but you ever offer that one person who you believe needs that breath mint or that gum or something, a breath freshener, and they refuse to take it, even if you offer to it for a second time? Y'all. Why do they turn it down, y'all? But I got 15 problems. But this chicken ain't one. Mm-hmm. Y'all see this handkerchief? It reminds me, or should I say it just reminded me of when I'm out at dinner. Why, when you're out at dinner, and right during your meal that you're trying to enjoy, I mean, you are really trying to enjoy it, why do they blow their nose? Why is there somebody there that's blowing their nose? Y'all, I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one of them. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, it ain't. I got a funny one to tell y'all, though. What do you do when someone gifts you, and they're expecting a gift in return, or offer you something and they expect something in return? I gotta sit up for this story, this quick story on this one. Let me tell you something. I have someone who I love dearly. Love dearly, you know. Now I don't put my stuff out here on the front street. But someone I love dearly. Patty Betty. Patty Betty. Now, this is what happened. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a storyteller, but I'm not making this up. Okay? Let me tell you what happened. I got a phone call one morning, and this person says to me, mm, 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 mm. I saw this person who owes me money. Now, at the time, they were riding a transit bus, public transportation, in their hometown. They say, I saw this person and on the bus, and they had shopping bags and everything, and they owed me money. And so I said to her, I'm gonna say it was her. I'm saying her, but I ain't gonna say no names. I said to her, I said, wow. I said, well, how much money are you talking about? And, if you have to ask, for your money back, come on, you didn't give it from your heart. How I just, if someone asks me for something, I'll give it to them and, be done with it. Or a loan, depending on how much it is. But if it's a loan, a small loan, a small amount that they want, okay, I'm going to gift it to them. But anyway, no, no, no. And I said, well, how much is it? You know how much? She said, yeah. You know how many dollars it was? $2. $2. $2. It was $2, y'all. She said, I saw this person, and then I said, but what did what did you do? Don't harm that person or anything like that. The person is in a wheelchair. I said, oh no. I said, now you're gonna, because they were saying they were gonna kick him from up under the wheelchair. I said, oh Lord, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. No, Jesus, don't do that. So they were like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. But thank you, Jesus. I said, no. I said, it's $2? I said, are you serious? I said, well, tell me how this went about. Well, to make a long story short, y'all, she saw the person at the bus stop just like she was in the rain. And he had mentioned to someone else, but I think he was talking on his phone, mentioned it to someone else. She offered the bus fare, gave the bus fare. So I was trying to explain to her how that was a gift, and he didn't ask for it. You gave it, you gave it to him. You offered. Well, needless to say, y'all, my advice, it was not good enough. So what ended up happening, she confronted the guy. She confronted the man in the wheelchair. So I got a phone call the next day. It said, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. All these explicit, right? You won't believe what happened. What happened to me? What happened? I told him about the $2 that he owed me and stuff. And so he pulled out. I said, you should not confront this guy. She said, he pulled out a water money, and he pulled out a 20 and asked me if I had any change. And I said, that's what you get, because after all, it was just $2 that you gave him, right? Were you expecting a tip? So someone giving you a gift, whether it be money, present, whatever, but wanting something in return, y'all. I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. It's quite tasty though. Mm-hmm. You know, my background is criminal justice, and I've taught it for a number of years. And, but I would tell you, I sit here and I watch these commercials, Crime Stopper commercials here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And no disrespect to law enforcement. No disrespect at all. But when I see these commercials and they have all these people's pictures up, absconders from child support, I just be wondering why you don't put up absconders from rape and murder and, you know, those kind of things. But I got 15 problems, y'all. But this chicken ain't one. Oh, I was just wondering. Mm-mm-mm. You know, I mentioned magnets and TSA and stuff. And but I didn't mention that I've always had a fear of flying, y'all. But over the years, life changes happen that has given me even more anxiety about flying. And but I'm still working on my faith without worry, so I'll be okay in God's hands. Oh yes. Yes. Perfect. But that fear of flying, I still have it. So I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. We all just want to be loved in this world, right? Appreciate it by that certain someone, right? But you know what? But you know what I have a problem with? Nosy people. Oh my gosh. If people mind their business, If people mind their business more in this world, wow. It'd be like Oprah on Good Times. JJ said it'd be dynamite, wouldn't it? Nosy people. Y'all, let me give y'all a real quick example. I was at the clinic, okay? The VA clinic. The VA clinic, y'all. I'm sitting there being patient as could be, you know, waiting my turn and stuff, minding my business, when this older white veteran sat next to me, came and sat next to me. Now, I'm going to tell you, all the seats were empty. All the seats in front of me. There were seats in front of me, and there were seats on the side and around the corner. He came and sat next to me. He chose me, y'all. What are you here for? Yes, he did. I said, what am I here for? I said, what if I was here? What if I was dying or something? He said, then you wouldn't be at the clinic, at the VA clinic. You got a point, but you nosy. Look. I got 15 problems. But as you can see by the bone on this chicken ain't one. Thank you again, sending Mo, Trey, and Nene for this challenge. Thank you. And let me tell you. But that was funny. Yeah. I tell you, I run across my little day-to-day activities could be it's just a little storyline, because it's like on my way to get some oranges. I run across all type of people or someone, you know, some character, and that's okay. You know, I let me tell y'all, and my youngest daughter especially, she will like roll her eyes up at me. Not at me, but she'll just roll her eyes up in the air, or just be like, Mom. But I'm very gentle in my response. But let me tell y'all one of my other problems. You know, when I go into the store, mostly it's the stores, and the cashier is saying baby and sweetie and honey. I mean, and some of them just say it over and over and over again. I'm going to tell y'all. I say. I'm gonna do a little scratch on this one. I say. I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. I do not like to be called baby, honey, sweetie, darling. None of that. And I try to be as gentle as possible. And I've even had one young lady to say to me, I was very gentle with her, and I asked her, I said, could you please, because when she was adding my stuff up, it was Sweetie or whatever, pet name. When she was bagging my stuff, it was just constant during the whole process of her checking me out. And I just said, could you please not call me that? And she told me that not only was it a southern thing, I'm not from the South, okay? Not only was it a southern thing, but asking her not to call me Sweetie and all that, it's like me asking her, no, it's like me not breathing. You heard me. It was like asking, she said, you asking me to not say Sweetie or honey or baby, any of those things. It's like me asking you not to breathe. Really? Is that deep? Miss, I'm sorry it's that deep. I didn't mean for it to be that deep. And I don't want you upset at work. But y'all, I had 15 problems. But this lemon pepper chicken ain't one. Boy, you see the bones on it? It ain't one. Very clean and neat. Speaking of clean and neat, y'all ready for my other problem? My other problem is I have a problem with unsanitary hospitals, unclean, unprofessional hospitals and staff. For those of you who have spent some time in the hospitals and stuff, you know what I mean. For those of you who have to go to a hospital, and if you have a choice, it's always one that you would not choose. You understand what I'm talking about, right? I've been checked into a room where my room was next to the storage closet. So imagine the traffic. When I first got checked into their room, there was gum, chewed gum, mind you, that somebody had took right out their mouth on the sink. I had the unfortunate task of having to go back to that hospital on another occasion. It was the same janitor, the same that cleans with a handy wipe, and someone was in the room with me whose kids, well, teenage children, was staying in the room. So I was using the room like a little apartment and the bathroom, and we had to share. I was released on a cardiology ward after having a catheterization, and a taxi picked me up around 6 p.m. My family, nobody knew where I was. And then when I told them the story, they thought that I was not telling the truth. Well, the nurse came in earlier that day and said, yes, you're being discharged. I actually came in earlier in the afternoon to say that I'm going to be discharged. Okay? Taxi came and picked me up. Now this hospital was about 2 hours away. And the taxi came at 6 p.m., around 6 p.m. to pick me up. I sat in the back seat, and this man was in no condition medically to help me. Remind you, I was getting out, coming from the cardiac ward, so, and being discharged. So I'm weak. So if you're not in no physical condition to help me, or even us to help each other when something happens, there's a problem. So anyway, I got 15 problems. I don't know where they do that at. I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. But that was in the past. Thank you, Jesus, for your grace and mercy. You know, um, you ever see people they'll come up to you that your friends or associates, your co-workers, whatever, they like to show their pictures of their babies, their grandbabies. Other, parents like to show their pictures of their babies and stuff. But you ever been like, felt like you were forced to say that, ooh, that baby is so cute, because the parents think that the baby is cute, when this is what I do for all of you, for anybody, for you that's stuck out there in that situation. What you do is you say, like the old folks used to say, that sure is a cute outfit that baby has on. That's a cute outfit. Or, this is my favorite, he or she sure looks healthy. Nice. That's what you do. I got 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Let me tell you something. I got 2 more problems. One of them is to see lack of integrity in a person. Okay? Sometimes it's good to just, it's good to admit, a wrongdoing. You admit that wrongdoing in whatever setting that you did that wrongdoing at or in. You admit that wrongdoing and be sincere in it. Sincere in it. Don't do it via email or text or social media. Do it to that person or persons or whatever whom you have hurt or wronged. One of my problems is I try, well, I don't even say I try to deal with people who lack integrity, because what I do is I just don't be around them. I would stay as far from a person as possible. I would stay as far from a person as possible. But I can be cordial. I can speak when spoken to. Or if I go into a room, I'm going to speak because I've entered that room, you know. But as far as anything else, I can truly just, you know how they say serve you with a long spoon? You know. And there's nothing wrong with apologizing, you know, not being passive aggressive in it, you know, doing gestures or whatever, but it's nothing wrong with apologizing. And I'm just saying, these are one of my 15 problems, y'all, so I'm just saying. And these are, past problems and stuff like that, but um, what I've experienced and things like that, but I'm telling you, if you feel, and this is to the person, this is to you, if you feel like you have, if you know that a person has wronged you and stuff, and that person, pretty much 9 times out of 10, that person, no, depending on the situation, But the main thing is that person has gone on with their lives if you stuck in a rut. So don't sit there and be stuck in a rut like, karma's going to get to them, because, karma may get to them and you may not even be here to see it. But you don't want to wish ill on anyone. You don't never want to wish ill on anyone. But you just move forward with your life, because that's the way it's going to be or should be, But you don't have to be rude. Don't have to be any of that. And there's nothing wrong with letting that person know what they've done to hurt you. You don't be aggressive or, you did this, how some people could be, but yes, I used to be a facilitator as well. So, there's nothing wrong with saying, going to that person. That's if it's important enough to you. Because we tend to only try to make up with someone that we love, whether it's a relative, a best friend, or a friend, But, yeah. So anyway, I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one on that one, okay? Let me take a bite for that one. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, you all. I need some more ice. My vocal coach was supposed to do this video with me today. However, he had to cancel. So I want to be consistent, continue to be consistent with you all. So I went ahead and did it by myself. So. But I gotta tell you this. Why is cable so high? Why is it so expensive? And you know what? It's unfair. I believe it's unfair for one company to have such a monopoly on one thing. I really think that that's unfair. They don't have any other competitors, for the consumer. I got 15 problems. However, this chicken ain't one of them. Y'all remember to keep it red this month, okay? For me and for many others like me. Remember, February is Heart Health Month. Red is the color. Yep. I want to thank Stan and Mo, Trey and Nene. Thank you all for this challenge. To my heart warriors, I'm sure you could have baked some chicken or something like that. I just, it's just me. I didn't want to fire nothing up or anything like that, so this is what I did. And remember, I said always think, when you're eating stuff like this, moderation. Moderation. Okay? And I also, like I said, put these vegetables and stuff on here, like the sweet peppers and the radish, and squeeze the lemon on there to kind of neutralize, okay, the salt taste, saltiness. But I do sometimes eat these as snacks, the radish. You all, I hope you enjoyed this challenge as much as I did, because I did. And yes, I'm still a new tuber, but I want to thank each and every one of you all for watching my videos. Make sure when you watch the videos, watch it in its entirety. If it gets boring to you or whatever, or for whatever reason that you don't want to watch the videos, just let it run. Go to the room. Go wash dishes, mop the floor. Go watch TV. Do something, but let it run. And I don't care if you've been rocking with me since day one. I don't care whenever whenever it came to when you started watching me. I thank you for your support, and I thank you. I see the comments and stuff. As I say, I'm still fairly new. However, I do go and look at the comments and everything, and I want to thank you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the ones who encourage me when I see you out. Thanks for encouraging me to continue, to do this. And yeah, and soon I'll be doing either today or tomorrow, I'll be doing a candied strawberry and cranberry ASMR. And I hope you all enjoyed this video on the real. You know, this is from Flawed Beautifully. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. You know I said share. Share. Don't be selfish. Share. Share my videos with each and every one that you know. Okay? Please. I humbly ask. And I hope you all have a blessed day.